Alexander kicks off.
Really start with the game. Obviously disappointing to lose like that at the end, but you must have been pleased with the performance.
Yes, as you said, really pleased with the performance. I think today we've missed a big chance to take something from the game. Probably the game was quite level from both sides. I would say that means that we played really well to play a quite level game against Liverpool. The key not to take the points obviously is to concede 4 goals. I don't think today was a game to concede 4 goals. When the momentum was for our side, we scored the 2-2. At the end, it's a kind of poor goal to concede. The third one, no, two players going for the first ball, the same ball, the clearance. It's true that Chiesa finishes really well. That's why they are so good, because in moments where they are struggling, they are not having the chances, someone appears. No, in this case was Chiesa that made the difference, and it's a shame. It's a shame because I finished really proud of a lot of things that we've done. The players have given everything. The easiest thing was to give up with the 2-0, because you are playing well, and then you find yourself 2-0, but it didn't happen. It's true that we missed the last part, and it's a shame, yes.
On the first half incident, just what were you first told? How did you sort of find out about it, and how did it unfold from your side?
Sorry, I didn't understand the question.
The incident with Antoine.
Yeah.
What did you how did you find out about it?
I didn't notice live because a lot of people shouting, but straight away Antoine and the ref both, explained the situation to both managers. To be fair, I think from the Liverpool side they have identified this person. It's a shame that in the first game of the Premier League, a very good game of football between the two teams that are fighting for their side, but playing a really good game, we have to start talking about things that probably we considered already from the past, but obviously they are not from the past. We have to continue reinforcing the messages, and it's a big shame. It's a big shame because at the end we are going to, most of the news will be about this thing, and they have to be about the thing, because obviously it's something that still is a big problem, not in football but overall, and also in football. And we should be talking about what a good game has been, two teams playing well in the first game of the season, and probably we'll be talking about other things.
Is Antoine okay? Obviously he continued and scored 2 brilliant goals.
Yes, in the heat of the moment, I think Antoine understood the situation. He was calm, he continued playing. For sure has been the head working the next minutes, but we asked him, he was fine to continue, he looked composed, but it's true that now at the end of the game he was still, for sure he will be, and purposely, but the head always goes to these things, and for sure he's asking why it still is happening today, and it's a big shame, yes.
Side from him, 2 brilliant goals, and showing really what he can do, and why he's got a new contract this season.
Yes, Antoine has started the season the same way he finished past one. He was creating, I think, a lot of problems to the fullbacks, and different goals. First one more like a combination through the left, because we were, I think, putting a lot of crosses from the left, and he arrives well. Second one is also a transition, but more he takes it by himself, and it's a good finish. It's a shame that coming here, scoring 2 goals, at the end you go back home with nothing. But obviously we can find positives, yes.
Just defensively, obviously, it was perhaps a couple of lapses that led to goals. Is that just a case of it being a new back four, and you're still learning each other and learning patterns?
Probably doesn't help, Definitely it's the first game this back four has played together. Especially I think difficult for Buffo, because he comes straight away. We put him in a very demanding game. I think he has played well, but we have certain things, that because you can concede 4 if they are all over you and your keeper saves a lot of. It could happen here in Anfield, but I don't feel has been this kind of game to concede for, especially the last one. I think is the one we can blame ourselves because it's the only one we don't continue the run. But the key is for me the third goal, because we had there the game where you want probably before you come in here, and it has killed a little bit the game. Yes.
Just finally from me, obviously, midfield today, Tav and Alex Scott looked like they were sort of interchanging a bit, and Alex was perhaps playing a bit further forward and Tav sitting a bit deeper. What are you sort of seeing in midfield at the moment?
Yes, because of the matchup, because they were more or less in the middle, 3 against 3, the characteristics of Alex and Tav, it was more almost a 4-3-3 that the 6-8-10-9 that we normally play, no? At the end, they are profile-wise, they both can play 10, can play 8, and sometimes they were changing marks. Probably Alex was the one jumping a little bit more on the press, but they were recovering basically in quite similar ways, and you have to adjust because Liverpool are so good that you need who helps, and you always need more players, no, to arrive to every shuffle, to every build-up they have. But I think they've done a good job.
Perfect. Any more? No. Great.
Yes. I think has been, as you said, very, very emotional. Before the game, I think the minutes before just the whistle, also in the 20th minute, you are on the game, but obviously you are aware of everything that is happening, and also the last 2 seasons we've been here, I think in like games at 2 o'clock or something like this, completely different atmosphere, and I think for a player, it has to be a pleasure playing today here, no, with this level of the game, of the supporters, and obviously the most important thing is the tribute for Diago, for the brother, and I think we've from our side, try to also be with the Liverpool family. Yes.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Richard, let's start off.
So much happened in that game. How do you sum it up in terms of all your emotions?
No, if you have half an hour. But the main emotion, I think, should be how impressive and powerful the tribute for Diogo was. So the banner that the cops showed, the way "You Never Walk Alone" was sung, the way they sung, I think sung is the word for Diogo before the game, in the first minute, after 20 minutes, in the end of the game. It was all so impressive and so powerful. And that's, I think, what my main emotion is after the game. And then there was even a game that ended in 4-2, where a lot of things happened.
How do you feel it was dramatic end with Federico Chiesa, his best man for Liverpool?
Yeah. After the fans sung for him so many times during the game already, and last season as well. I think it's very nice for him to give them something in return, and that's definitely what he did today. Unbelievable atmosphere in the final minutes. I thought that, of course, winning the league here will always be more special than winning a home game against Bournemouth, but the last 6 or 7 minutes, wow. How impressive that was. So, great game. 3 teams involved in a great game. You ask me why 3. Now, of course, Bournemouth and us. playing full gas for 96 minutes or even longer, 99 I think. And the referee that just kept the game going, didn't blow his whistle every single time for every small thing. So it was, I think, a great game to watch. In the end, we won it, so that helps for my emotions. But I think this is what you would like to see. I've said many times last season about the Paris Saint-Germain game, and you can't compare the last 32 game again with a first game of football in the Premier League. But it was, in terms of importance, but it was similar. Both teams, all in, high intensity. Never give up, both teams. Then you get a game like this. We have a good referee, by the way.
Please.
There's been a lot of talk about Federico's future. Do you think it is at Liverpool?
As long as he's here, he's definitely at Liverpool, and I have no reason to believe something is going to change. He's had a hard time last season getting his match fitness ready. Unfortunately for him, he missed out on our Asian tour as well. So then you miss quite a lot. Not only him, Joe Gomez the same. We've lost Conor Bradley in the end. So all my substitutions were also related with players that probably couldn't go for 90 minutes. And Federico, when we needed him, I brought him in. 2-2, you need a number 9. We brought him in and he delivered. And that's always positive for your future at the club. Yeah. Yeah, that's difficult for me to tell you because although I'm also a fan of this club, I'm never standing at the cup, so and I don't come up with these songs. But the only thing I can come up with maybe is that Federico had a great history. He was a big player deciding to go from Italy to England. You don't see that much players from Italy going to England. So yeah. I don't know, maybe it's also a nice song to sing. But then I probably don't give him the credit he deserves. So, yeah, I cannot give you the exact answer, but that might have something to do with it. He had a very important goal in England for his national team. Maybe our fans remember that.
Chris.
Obviously the incident with Semenyo, and you spoke to him at the end of the game. Just wondering what you said and what you make of what has allegedly happened.
No, I think it's under investigation at the police now. The club made a very clear statement about what we feel about this, and unfortunately, but we definitely have to talk about it. It's a good thing you talk about it. It's a good thing that I have to answer this. But after actually this day should be about Diogo and about how the tribute was. But we definitely need to address this because it's unacceptable in every football stadium, let alone at Anfield. So yeah. I spoke to him after the game that we will try to do everything to find that person, and I'm not 100% sure, but I think they already found him or not.
I think so.
I think so. So that's a good thing, and wherever we can help him, we will try to do so. And big credits to him if something happens like this, and you can perform so well in the second half. Then he's not only a great player, because that I can see how fast he is, but he also has he's very strong mentally. If something like that happened, to get such a second half performance, that sums up him as a person and him as a player. But again, unacceptable in football in general, let alone at Anfield.
Can I just check on Molders as well? Because he seemed to get very emotional at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he okay?
Yeah, I think we all. I'm not sure because I didn't ask him, but I actually didn't want to go in after the game because I found it so special how our fans reacted today and how they kept on singing the end of the game for Diogo. And I think the whole tribute, the whole day, the whole game is every time you think you cannot expect more from Liverpool fans, they top this or they overperform. Because again, what a tribute, and I think Mo felt after the game how special that was, and probably he also felt the emotion because we all knew his family is here, his wife is here, his children are here. and for them might be special to hear how much he's loved over here and what the fans had the banner and what they did. But we also feel the emotions of how much grief they still have. And that mixed emotions maybe led to Mo being emotional, and I think I felt the same without being in tears, but I definitely felt the same emotions.
Last question here, please.
Just the 2 goals the Bournemouth scored. How do you think you can stop those conflicts? What did you see that went wrong in those moments?
Not a lot. Normally you can complain about our players not sprinting back hard enough, but they did. The only thing we need to do better, but that's in an ideal world, is where do you lose a ball? So the first ball, I think there is something I can say about that. Losing a ball with a trick, if you're 2-0 up, is not necessary. Maybe if you're 1-0 down or you really need a goal, you want to force something, but in that moment, I think it's not the way to lose a ball like Dominic did. Second goal, we are a team that likes to attack. We are a team that wants to score goals. Rest defense was in order the moment we lost the ball. We were 2v1 against the number 9. But instead of what Mo usually does is getting a cross in or getting a shot in, he squared it just behind Mo and then give credit to the other team at how many bodies they sprinted towards our 18-yard box. So it's fine margins. The best way is not to lose a ball, and if you do lose it with a shot or it ends up in a corner kick or a goal kick, but not lose it at your own 18-yard line or where Dominic lost it. But I always judge how hard do they sprint back, and in both situations they sprint back really hard. They gave it all, but credits to Bournemouth that are a very, very fit team as well, like us, because we could manage to come back after the 2-2.
Great, guys, thank you.